Howdy folks, today I've got a game between Vietnameeze and Venom. Vietnameeze sent this replay of something he thought was a little bit strange, quirky replay. He is playing Pure Nature, which is the deck he is trying to learn and is not as good as he's not as good with this deck as with his regular deck. And Venom is a player I saw a lot maybe a year ago. I haven't seen him recently. I would expect Vietnameeze to win this easily, but he is playing Pure Nature, so who knows. Venom takes the first well. Vietnameeze wants to pressure. So far just Windweavers, which are pretty strong against Shadow if Shadow does not have Face Tower. Because Shadow doesn't have a reliable way to kill single unit small guys. There's the Face Tower. Okay, so he has played the... Is he attacking the wall? Okay, he's attacking the Face Tower there. Looks like that was a little bit of awkward micro. Is the Dryad? The Dryad's gonna die, so this is a bad trade. It was 45 power for the Face Tower, but then also lost the Dryad. So Vietnameeze is in a bad place right now. He's not playing at his power limit. I think he's running away so we can get a second route. There we go, there's a second route. And now with 4 squads of, well, 3.5 squads of Windweavers, this route's going to be quite effective and kill both these Dread Chargers, maybe this Nox too. Okay, he's going to run away with the Nox, and he's making Face Towers. So, meanwhile, Venom has gained 30-ish power, from, almost 40 power from this well here. This, I would not, I don't see taking this position to be a good idea. Looks like Vietnameeze is going to come over here and go for a sideways attack here. Maybe pick up the well here. No? Yes? Okay. You know, if the Face Tower's over here, come attack where they're not. He's going to get the pick on the Shaman. Oh, the Shaman survives. Oh. Huh. I guess it does, yeah. So the Face Tower has ported, and Root is going to get inlet 2 of the Nox Troopers and this Dread Charger. I still am not convinced that anything's going to drop here, especially playing against Face Towers. Alright, there's the heal. The Face Tower is out of its teleport debuff. He didn't pull those guys back quite in time. The splash damage from the Face Tower is also really strong, because the splash does kill those single squads. Without the splash, if you get one Windweaver to survive, then you can come heal them up and they'll come back. Okay, weird nasty, and it looks like he nastied exactly when the Nox shot was going to go off, and so the shot didn't have power. Now at this point, Venom has gained almost a whole well's worth of power from defending this, so the Vietnameeze is at a disadvantage. That said, assuming this is a Shadow Frost versus Pure Nature matchup, Pure Nature has, I think, a good matchup in this. Yeah, I think Pure Nature is a good matchup if it's Pure Nature versus Shadow Frost. On Lajesh, though, there's not that much room for Parasite Swarm, so it's not like Parasite Swarm is going to be, or Energy Parasite's going to be just completely dominant. Venom is binding lots of power in his Face Towers and lots of Nox Troopers. He's decided not to take a second well because he's got all his power bonded units. Vietnameeze is afraid of the rush, so he plays a Primal Defender. Here we go, the root. Okay, while these guys are... You focus... Okay, there was a Motivate on one of the Nox Troopers, and Primal Defender is here to defend. It will outtrade a Face Tower, except that there's 3 Face Towers and 1 Primal Defender. So this is still a tight position for Vietnameeze. Okay, this face tower ports in even closer. That's gonna let it die more easily. Even though the face tower has its its vulnerability where it takes double damage, it's still basically a 900-600 unit compared to the Nox Troopers, which only have 450. So I think it's still better to focus the Nox Troopers to just reduce DPS. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's worth hitting face tower because that DPS is really huge. Yeah, so Vietnameeze is in a terrible position right now. He's lost a well, and this well has been up for a long time. So he's down, I guess, close to 200 power right now. Venom breaks his face tower. He is now up 2 wells, and they're both going tier 2. So I guess we should see that they're he's bound 70 power and he's bound 100 power with 90 and 400 and 100 and almost 400. Yeah, so basically they're exactly even on power, except the Venom has 2 extra wells. So this is a point where I might give up, but Vietnameeze wants to prove something, and Pure Nature is a strong deck for coming from behind because Shrine of Memory is so powerful. So he's pressing onward. Venom brings his Nox Troopers over here to contend with the attack, and Vietnameeze is playing deep ones. Venom has 250 power, so oh, it's Pure Shadow though. Okay, oh, deep one survives. He could spawn like a Ghost Spirit. There we go. Okay, things are looking suddenly much better for Vietnameeze. It's Pure Shadow, not Shadow Frost. So he is going to have a difficult-ish time killing the deep one, but Knight of Chaos is probably going to be fine there. Okay, there's the Energy Parasite making its slow journey. It might force, or it should force, like a Shadow Mage from Venom, and that'll give Vietnameeze a chance to attack. Oh, no. Freeze Suck, okay. And here's another one, Freeze Suck coming out. And now Vietnameeze has some momentum. Okay, there's another 100 power. Venom spawns. Why didn't that do damage? Maybe he spawned it too soon in the aura. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah. Well, now is Vietnameeze's chance to come back. The Energy Parasite's gonna sit around. Yeah, so he should be playing something to stall out the Harvester and then go for an attack right in here. Got another Suck Off. How is he gonna handle the Harvester? No root, no wall. Honestly, the wall is kind of good to use here. Well, okay, all of this died. So Vietnameeze's attack did nothing, but he did get 3 or 4 sucks off, I would say, which is basically 1 well difference. Okay, very buffed Harvester. Pure Nature has a hard time with super buffed Harvesters. I think Rogue and Kale is pretty much the only defense. Okay, and the Harvester drops the orb, but is going to die. Vietnameeze gets his units out of the way. The Spirit Hunters dies, and the wells are damaged, but nothing too bad. Energy Parasite coming on to get another Suck Off. And yeah, this is... there's still a lot of the match to go, but it's hard to imagine how this is not just over right now. Okay, Vietnameeze takes the wall. And I don't know what the Nightcrawler's doing. Okay, he ports in. Looks like he wants to get a attack on the well, or on the orb. There's a quick link. And deep one is going to be pretty good against this. Is he going for this wall? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Motivate. I don't know what this attack was from Venom. Honestly, I don't really know why Venom felt the need to attack. He could have taken another well, basically just pressured Vietnameeze and prevented him from building another well or a Shrine of Memory. But okay, Venom threw away all his units, and that's going to give Vietnameeze an opening back into the game, especially with these Parasite Swarms. Vietnameeze is not as down in power as you might think from being directly down 2 wells. Okay, Tier 2 from Venom, and Shrine of Memory from Vietnameeze. The problem with this deck, okay, Pure Shadow. Pure Shadow is not a good Tier 3 to take against Pure Nature, because Pure Nature has energy, or the Parasite Swarm, and unless you have an XL unit, Parasite Swarm is just going to take all your Tier 3 stuff, and then it's like giving Vietnameeze Tier 3 without him even having to build a well. Okay, Cultist Master is easily CC'd, so this is probably going to drop actually. Then Vietnameeze gets another suck off. Cultist Master did drop the well. And yeah, so here's Vietnameeze's opening back into the game. But yeah, just like Cultist Master and Ashbound Pyro don't really do that much against Pure Nature Tier 2. So it seems, here's an Ashbound Pyro, but you can just spawn a Parasite Swarm and take it over. Now, Vietnameeze, this attack is going to fail for sure. But if we get, there we go, the Energy Parasite. And then once Vietnameeze, okay, that 100 power is completely wasted because, I mean, he could have like warped the Energy Parasite away and then this would have dropped. But instead it's rise to like 153 health. And now Venom still has more orbs and more wells. But you can see the momentum shifting. Vietnameeze has gotten a Tier 3 unit. There we go. He's gonna suck and steal another one, I guess. These Cultist Masters aren't doing much. And is he gonna get the switch off too? Yeah. So Vietnameeze has like 200 Tier 3 unbound units, which is, okay, Void Storm, I think that's what was just played. Void Storm. So Venom decides to make 2 more Cultist Masters. Yeah. Energy Parasite coming in for another suck. Void Storm is not that effective against Pure Nature because of the Shrine of Memory. So Vietnameeze has 400 and Venom has 600 Void. So you can see the Void level differences are quite high, but Venom's only getting 11, Vietnameeze is getting, well, he was getting 20, right? So Vietnameeze's power income is, let's say, 1.5 times as much as Venom's power income, just because of Shrine of Memory, because at this point it's been 13 minutes, there's a lot of Void power. Void Storm was just played. Yeah. So Venom decides he's just going to take more wells, he's going to try and out-income Vietnameeze, which I think makes sense because even in Tier 3, Pure Nature doesn't have the strongest Tier 3 cards. I mean, you could play Enlightenment, you could play Mo, but in general, it's nothing that a Void Storm can't handle. So I would say Venom maybe should be thinking about map control and, you know, taking this spot, stopping Vietnameeze's Tier 3. Yeah, so instead of Vietnameeze has so much power. Looks like he's going to go Tier 3. No, yes. Okay, here's an attack from Venom. And there's a Harvester because he doesn't want his units to get sucked off. Right? So you see that's, instead of going Tier 3, Venom could have played a Harvester and this might be a much different story. Vietnameeze is waiting to go Tier 3 because he wants to make sure he can deal with the Harvester first. Parasite Swarms have surprisingly high damage. There's a Ashbound Pyro. This Parasite Swarm can just steal him pretty easily. Maybe what he should do is Nasty. There we go, there's Nasty. Okay. So Venom is going to drop that. Well, I think he might be able to drop the orb. Okay. Root. Very good root. These guys are doing something. I don't know what. Just to distract him, maybe. The Evocator as well didn't do anything here. He was already in CC. Okay, never mind. It did do something. There's a whole bunch of Nightcrawlers right now. Never mind, my bad. Where did these come from? These Cultist Masters. Okay, so... Oh, it didn't die. It didn't even die. Oof. Alright. Vietnameeze comes with his guys here. Venom has killed... No, the Berber's running away. And Venom is stopping Vietnameeze's tier 3 for now. And they both have lots of power. Venom is not sure how to attack though, because he's basically bound 250 power more in the orb, and it's not that useful. Okay, Vietnameeze goes tier 3 right here. I believe maybe the Ashbone can't hit it, but the Cultist Master can definitely hit it. This is just a really risky place to play your units. Looks like he forgot about these guys. I'm not sure what happened here. Venom's forgotten about a lot of his units, I think. Parasite Swarm coming in to get a suck. Okay, Nasty. He hit his own orb, but didn't get his unit stolen, so that's fine. And here's Vietnameeze's Fathom Lord. It looks like Venom only has 3 cards in his tier 3. It's Ashbone, Cultist Master, and Voidstorm. Oh, and Evocator as well. 4 cards. Okay. But the Evocator as well is not going to help this here. Okay. Is this going to... Okay, he does say this. Venom should have played Evocator's Bow earlier. Like maybe around here. So that these guys don't all get rooted. Yeah, I think he should have played Evocator's Bow before he activated the Cultist Master ability. Yeah, so now they all died. So all the Cultist Masters used... okay, he wants to use a buffed Ashbone Pyro. That I think will work. Vietnameeze is still an Ashbone Pyro is coming over here. Actually, it won't work because there's always Parasite Swarm. This orb drops, and Vietnameeze is making something happen. Okay, Venom drops the tier 3 here. He rebuilds his tier 3 there. Vietnameeze's Ashbone is still doing good work. Ashbone with heals is very strong. And Vietnameeze makes a deep one. Can Venom... Venom could Voidstorm. Okay, he doesn't have enough time. Yeah, it looks like... I don't know. It's this is not a great position for Venom. Okay, he's got the wall. But it still might be hard for Vietnameeze to close it out. Depends on what he's got in his tier 3. Especially once Woodstorm goes up. So, there we go. I was going to say, you should maybe Nether Warp him away, maybe play an Art of Corruption. No, the Eirias here. This might drop. Okay, he could Voidstorm right now. As soon as it goes up. Okay. Right, and it didn't do anything because Vietnameeze got the Shrine of Memory. So I guess that's what's going to make Venom quit. Yeah, so Venom has a much higher score than Vietnameeze. So there's, I mean, honestly, still some opportunity to win on time. Okay, because those parasites, those energy parasite sucks. Venom loses army. Okay, so Venom quits. Vietnameeze was behind all game and played crawled back by the tips of his fingers. I'm not sure if Venom needed to quit because it's possible if he played defensive and went for score, he may be able to hold on for 10 more minutes. But yeah, it was a game, pure shadow versus pure nature, not something you see every day. Hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something. Thanks for watching.